Hello everybody in Model Land. This is Albert here. I am going to finish up today on painting and rusting my Dynarama junkyard parts. And I will show you how to do it, and it is very unique. I kind of like it, and maybe you'll get some hints of. As you see, in the past I had another trailer that I did the office. Now I'm going to do the working trailer in the junkyard, and it has multiple accessories. Like if you look over here, you got a toolbox, my little wooden shelf here that sits there with the engine parts all glued on, all dirtied up. As you see, it's all dirty. Looks just like a real shelf and everything. And it sits right in here like so, in this little hole here. And boom, there you got your shelf, and you got your toolboxes, and you got your welder, and just all kinds of stuff that I'm rusting up and putting in there, and everything. So now we're going to rust it. I'm going to take the shelf out here like this, put it over here to protect it. And what I have done, this is an old trailer that I had received from a junkyard, and it didn't have no bottom on it. So what I did, I put a bottom on, painted it gray and primer, got it fixed up. The doors didn't open. I got them to where the doors open and close, like so. And then you turn around and pick it up. As I said, I'm going to put a piece of plexiglass up here so you can see inside. And what I did, the base, I took and pulled it off the base here, set it over here. And the base is a piece of plywood that you can buy from a Hobby Lobbies, or hobby stores. And this is just plastic tubing I put around. I put the poles on here to guide it so it's to be straight. I'm thinking about gluing it on, but then again I'm thinking about leaving it that way because sometimes you want to pull it up and change things. So that's what I'm doing with that. That will be in the future to see which way I do that. Most likely I'm going to leave it the way it is. But now we are going to do the rusting. And I'm going to have hubcaps and signs on the side of it and on the back of it. And as you know, on the rusting, we take a little bit of this brown oxide paint here, and we shake it up real good. And since I'm using gray, we can't really use gray. Gray won't work on this model because it is gray. But I'm trying to see if I got something else. But the brown oxide will work for right now. And as you know, I shake it up. And well, I haven't been cleaning these very good because it's stuck. Pour a little bit of here in a brown oxide tray. Just a little bit, not much. Oops, too much. But it's cheap. Anyway, put that in there. Get a window cleaner thinner to thin it up just a couple drops, not much, 2-3 drops. And the other color that I might use is going to be, well, that's gray too. What color is this? I can never remember the color, and they put this is a rust red. Maybe I'll use this one. But anyway, we got to get my stirrer and stir up the paint a little bit. Let it soak, let it stir up, we get it mixed up real good there, so that it is sort of a rusty color, sort of a dark brown. And this is just going to be a little bit light one here. And I will finish up with it, and I will show you the whole complete item done in my next video. Everything will be done except for adding different accessories, but as far as painting and setting things. And remember my little sponges, I still use them because I soak them in the cleaner right here, the windshield washer fluid, not the windshield, it's Windex actually. And I put them in that, let them soak in that, and I clean them up so you can use them again on another project or this project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off like this, set it down here, and we're just going to dirty it up. And also what I like to do is take a napkin after I saturate this just a little bit more, blot, 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 as you did the other one. I just go along and just lightly, just here and there, and just brush it on, just slightly. And I blotted a little bit too much off of it, I think. See if we can't get some off the blot pad here. And you just sit there and just go along with that little sponge there, just any old way you want to. There's no really pattern or rhythm to anything that you do because it's been dirty. It's been sitting out there rusting for many years. And you turn around here, do the front side a little bit, same way, just up and down like that. Just little splotches here and little splotches there. Looks like it's had a little dirt on it. And that's the way a junkyard does. Do the top, especially the top, because you know you get real kinds of rough stuff at the top, and just dirty it up. Use a sponge. It's better than the brushes on doing stuff like this. And you can take and go on the top and just go like that. Just wipe it a little bit more here. There we go. And then the back doors, yeah, you got all this metal. This is all steel too, remember? So you just got to rough it up, that's all. Just dab it on there, rough it up. It's all good. Clean, fun. Looks like it's been abused. Looks like it's set out there for a while. Get the hinges real good, because that's the first, they're a different steel. They'll rust right on up. And you go to the other side. My dining around, but this here side don't show too much, but I may use it for something else later on. So you just do the same thing on it. It's dirty all over. Be kind of careful about pushing it too, because you push it so you get those real dark spots like that. I don't like that. So just go up and down like that. But you can use it for a base if you want to. And you just, that's it. You dirtied up with this color. And get it right around these hinges, as I said, real good. And yeah, that's looking dirty. The top looks pretty good. Well, we're going to have to get the base here too. Not so much the inside, because you won't see the inside. I'll be doing the inside a little bit later, but you know, just because after all, it's setting in the dirt. It's setting on the ground by itself, so it's going to have quite a bit of dirt fillings here. And there you go. Just go along there and just dirty it up, and there you have a little dirty trailer with that color. And as I said, I'm going to add some more color here to it too. And we'll let that dry for a second. As you can see, it's pretty well almost dried anyway. And the other color I'm going to add is going to be, I'm going to try this rust red. I don't know how it's going to look against that. But this is a rust red. Rust red. And rust red goes in the rust red place, which is right here. Try not to get too much. Get my thinner out. That's pretty thin right there, so we'll just maybe put 2 drops. 1, 2. Again, we just stir it up. And then when I get done with this little stirring up here, I'm going to take, and I'll put this in some stuff I got called Totally Awesome, which comes from the dollar store, or I can put it in Windex. But Totally Awesome, I'll set it in there in a tray for a couple of days soaking. You can actually go to the sink and wash it out a lot quicker, but I won't be using it for a while, so I'm just going to put it in, let it soak for a couple of days, and I take it out and rinse it and go about my business. So let's get in our sponge here for this little red. I want to see how it's going to come out. I'm not too sure about this. It may be too much red. Dab it on the little paper there. Get a spot that's not going to be seen too much. See what it does. And remember, this is water paint. Well, it's acrylic paint. So you can take this, and if you don't like it, take it and wash it off. That's what I do. If it gets too much and I don't like it, I'll just take and wash it off and start over. But you know, in the modeling world, we like to do it one time and one time only, and that's basically what you know happens. As I said, this side's going to have signs and stuff on it too, but I'm just going to dirty it up a little bit. A few little spots here, it's a little bit heavier than I like. And you just rub it all over there like that. And it sort of looks like it's been there for a while. A little bit more on here. And you know, when I do this, I try to do it on a side when I'm scraping, because the sides ain't so heavy as the rest of it. I'm going to have to dirty this right up. It's not going on a smooth surface worth a darn. I'm going to have to touch it up a little bit more. Got too much on there. Now remember, this one side's not going to be seen that much, but I'm going to take and put it on there anyway, just because I may move it later on and have something else. Who knows? It's a model. It's in a diorama. It may stay there forever. But, you know, I changed my mind. We all change our minds from time to time. As you see, when it dries, it has a totally different look. I'm kind of impressed with the look of that red. I kind of like it. I'm going to get some loose stuff over here. Just do the rough a little bit. Just the rough. I usually use rubber gloves so you don't get your stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to put them on here in a minute. I'm almost done. And because it all washes off with that. Okay. I'm going to set that one in. That one. Where the... I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll be back. I gotta get some gloves. I don't like this paint on my fingers. Figures I'm doing real good. I paint it and then I put the gloves on. Makes a lot of sense, huh? But you know what? This is turkey day, so maybe I'm not making a lot of sense at all, because I'm really getting hungry. I'm waiting for the bird. The bird's going to be coming pretty soon. If I could make out all day. As I said, I put these on, I tuck them like that. Sit there and lock my fingers together like that. And these little old $100 to a pack gloves work really good for this stuff. And there. Okay, now where are we at? Well, we do need a little black on this thing. So I will get the Craftsmark Satin Black. And this is just about over with, so I'll just put a little bit in there. There we go. Just a little bit of that in there. 2 drops to this. Boom, boom. Well, that was 3 drops. It'll be a little bit thinner. So string sauce, string stick here. We'll stir it up a little bit. But you should remember, don't do like me, you should remember, always use your gloves. This is, as I said, this is water washable paint, but still, you know, you get it on your fingers, and then you scratch your ear, or rub your nose, or rub your eyes, and if it's on there, well, you're going to find a big surprise. And some people, when they get so excited about building models, they just totally forget about it. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to hurt yourself. We're going to put a little bit of black in here. We're going to dab it on here first. And hit a little inconspicuous spot here. I mean, we're going to do this real lightly. Just light as it can. Not much. Just hit the edge of the sponge there. And, you know, just around. Just lightly. Let it flop around. Gives a little bit of texture to it. You know, it sort of gives a little color and everything. When it's sort of worn out, you're down to a primer and stuff like that. And just mostly that, like the highlight. This is a good highlighter. I just discovered it's a real good highlighter. Look at that highlight in those ribs.